So it's a game you're interested in. I found something for you to dote on.
Hold on to your hats, partners. It's time for double bonus sheet action. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. This is the last part of a set review. Rest of it's all on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Please support the content. I'm poop, folks. I need your energy, all right? And this is the bonus sheet. So this is the Mystical Archive sheet in the set. These cards are legal and limited, which is perhaps the most important part for them. They are not legal in standard. And they are not legal anywhere they are not already illegal. So no Mana Drain and Pioneer. Sorry, folks. Hate to break it to you. But they are new to Arena. So if there's a new card being added to Arena, if it's not already on Arena, for example, Mana Drain, it'll be legal in the it's Timeless and Historic. Although Mana Drain is obviously pre-banned. So these matter for Limited big time and matter for Timeless and Historic on Arena. And that is the lens we'll be looking at these through. They're all reprints, so I don't explain to you what freaking leyline binding does, but we'll talk about the effects it has on things as well. So 10 New Bruises in 2 days. Boom. Wednesday, 11 a.m. Hope to see you there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Bronze Mythic's gonna be next week on Tuesday night, and that's gonna be a lot of fun as well. Let's get right to it. This is long, and I want to power through it because I am exhausted. Fell the Mighty is our first card. 5 mana, sorcery. Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. So this is a very weird card. In Limited, this is a weird Wrath. If you are playing some sort of weird weenie deck, this could be fine. 5 mana is a lot though. If they kill your creature in response, it fizzles. This card is not very exciting. It's a rare. You'll see it in Limited fairly often. There are uncommons also. You'll see this pretty often actually, a lot. So card's meh. Not very excited about it. Limited, maybe if you're the right deck for it, but otherwise, whatever. I'm sorry. It can target your opponent's stuff too. I apologize. You can target your opponent's creatures as well. My bad. It is a crime. The theme here is that all these cards are crimes too. So yeah, but weird card. Next up is Fierce Retribution. This is an uncommon. The uncommons are very important for Limited because you'll see them a lot. If you remember, Brothers War or Mystical Archives, you see them, fairly often in drafts. They're actually very, very important. This one, though, is what it is. This was a common in some recent set. It's a removal spell. It can kill attackers. It can kill things for expensive things. Just your average, mediocre removal spell. Not very exciting. Better defensive decks. You get the idea. Journey to Nowhere. Same idea. This card is actually a very good removal spell. EDB's exiles a creature. This is 2 mana O-Ring. One of the better versions of its effect, honestly. And this is going to be a great Limited card. Very high pick. And also new to some formats on Arena, where it might see a little bit of play in enchantment decks. But overall, pretty cool card. Very, very big one. Leyline Binding. Y'all love this card, right? And obviously, this is a mythic. You won't see it very often in Limited, but when you do, it's just going to be an O-Ring most of the time, which is great with Flash. So, very, very high pick in Limited. And then not new to anything else. Pretty cool. We got Pariah, a weird old rare. This is a 3 mana enchant creature. All damage that we dealt to you is dealt to the creature instead. In Limited, this card seems fine, right? You just put it on their creature. If they want to attack you, it's going to die. Kind of weird spot because they can just not attack you, and then you can't attack them, so you'll attack into it, which is weird also. But for the most part, this kills a creature. So that's kind of cool. But, aside from that, Limited, reasonable card, constructed. Has some weird combos with indestructible creatures and stuff like that too. Kind of against the theme a little bit too, because you put this on your own creature sometimes too, so it's not really a crime all the time, but whatever. Fringe card is what it is. Path to Exile. This card is very, very good. It's a removal spell. Put it in your draft decks. This is a big one for Arena though, because this is a new card for Timeless and Historic, and Path's gonna be a big deal in Timeless. I'm sorry, in Historic. So big deal for you Historic players. Keep an eye out for it. Path to Exile. Hopefully we get the real art for it. That'd be nice. Archive Trap. Another new to Arena card. This card is not going to matter in Limited because, it's just not a Limited card. But on Arena, for all you Historic players want to play Mill, here you go. Timeless players too with fetch lands. One to watch out for if you're a Mill player. Archive Trap now on Arena in both Timeless and Historic. Archmage's Charm. Again, powerful card, hard to cast. Already on Arena, so no relevance there. If you're playing a draft that they can play this, it is very, very good. Obviously, counterspell, draw 2, but honestly not that exciting and pretty hard to cast. So I'd want to be playing 11 Islands to play this card, and even then the payout isn't that good either. So it's a good card, but not a very good limited card. So kind of a whatever card, honestly. Commandeer. So we have our first card that's going to be pre-banned in Historic. 7 mana pitch spell. This card has seen some resurgence lately because pitch spells are so important in Modern. You can steal the One Ring and stuff. Exile 2 blue cards from your hand and steal a non-creature spell. So this card has been a Magic card for like 15 years, 20 years at this point. Never saw much play, but is seeing a bit of play now in Modern because Modern's so pitch spell happy. Could be a thing in Timeless maybe, but obviously already banned in Historic. Unplayable and limited. Is what it is. Essence Capture. Blue, counter a creature, put a counter on things. Again, mostly a limited card. Early legal in all formats in Arena. Hard to cast. If you can cast, it's pretty good. So, it's an okay limited card for playing heavy blue. Kind of cool with the blue-white theme of Flash stuff, too. So, we got Mana Drain. Holy crap. Mana Drain. That's right, Mana Drain, folks. Obviously pre-banned in Historic, but going to be legal in Timeless as a 4-of, which is crazy. Mana Drain is obviously just better than Counterspell. And a big deal for those formats. And then in Limited, it's better than Counterspell, obviously. So this card's pretty good. It's going to be hard to use the mana that well on Limited. But Counterspell is fine on Limited anyway. So, obviously a great Limited card. Won't see it much. It's obviously a rare. It's worth money too. But, yeah, Mana Drain. There you go. Mindberry Trap. Another big money card you need to reprint. This card's like $80 of paper right now. So it makes sense why it's here. This card entering Historic and Timeless is a big deal. Because it's a pretty good sideboard card against spell-based decks. But not really playable in Limited. So that's what it is. Repulse. This card is very playable in Limited. Repulse is excellent. Demand for an instant, bounce a creature, draw a card. One of the classic Limited cards from Invasion. Card is really, really, really good. Really good. Great Limited card. Technically new to Timeless and Historic. Probably won't see any play there. Maybe in Historic Brawl, stuff like that maybe. But great Limited cards. Uncommon, you'll see it fairly often too. So that's great. Heartless Village is next. This is a Mind Rot with a Raid, make a treasure. Another limited card that's reasonable. It's a crime. It's a Mind Rot, which is reasonable. Not like the most exciting card of all time, but certainly playable and limited. And then beyond that, are illegal and stuff. Imp's Mischief. Cool card. 2 mana for a instant. You may change the target of target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's mana value. I once Imp's Mischiefs Kevin Jones's Ancestral Visions at a invitational camera match. 2 mana. Now I draw 3. Pretty sick. So it's a powerful card in powerful formats. That being said, it's a very narrow card also. In Limited, this card can do some pretty nasty things, but when you're redirecting a 5 mana removal spell, it's a little bit different than a free spell that draws 3 cards. So yeah. Limited, this is a blowout card, Limited, but watch out for it. But cool card, watch for in Timeless and Historic as well. Murder. It's a common that kills a creature. You know what Murder does. It's good and Limited. Not amazing, but good. Overwhelming Forces. 8 mana, mythic rare sorcery. Destroy all creatures an opponent controls, then draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. Obviously, if you ever cast this in Limited, you can sign the match slip immediately because it's a stupid card. 8 mana is a lot, though. So be aware of that. 8 mana is a ridiculous amount of mana. But yeah, this is an old, weird Portal card. I don't think it'll reprint, obviously, because this card was just so expensive back in the day. And then it is new to Timeless and Historic, but probably won't matter here, honestly. So, Reanimate. Card number 2 that's going to be pre-banned in Historic. This card's messed up, folks. Reanimate? This is like a legacy staple. So for you Timeless players, watch the hell out, because Reanimate's here now. And you got to watch out for it, because it's going to be one of the biggest cards in the format, honestly. In Limited, this card is reasonable, if unexciting. You probably wouldn't play it in most Limited decks, but you can. It's okay. Certainly reasonable. Life loss is a lot, though. Surgical Extraction. Well, what do you want to have when your opponent has got a Reanimate?
Yeah.
A Surgical Extraction, right? So this is a big deal for Timeless and Historic. A huge deal, actually. And great sideboard card. Seen play over the years. Not a limited card, but again, for you Timeless players and Historic player, this is a big one. This is a real big one for you. Sideboard card, going to be huge. Thoughtseize. You know what this card does. It is a good card. It's already legal and stuff. It's good in limited. Not great, but good. It's a mythic. Collective Defiance. Red, 1 for sorcery. Escalate 1. So you can choose 1 and then pay 1 more for each extra one you want to choose. Target player discards cards in their hand, draws many cards. 4 to a creature, 3 to a player. This is a reasonable card. It's a good limited card, obviously. It's a rule spell, but it can do cool stuff. It can wheel. This card is already on Arena, so it doesn't really matter as far as legality goes, but good draft card. Certainly reasonable. Crackle of Power. Also on Arena, so not a new card, but pretty silly a limited card. For red, and 3, 5 mana total. This will deal 5 damage to 1 target. Any more than that, you win the game. So, similar to Doppelgang, honestly, where it's like this big, dumb, expensive card you can play to in your draft deck, which is kind of cool. Treasures and so on and so forth is sweet as well. So, yeah, it's cool. You know, definitely a cool card. Electric Dominance, red X. This is a instant fireball that can cast a spell from your hand for free. Kind of a cool way to like ambush. You can like fireball a thing and like put a 2-drop in and block. But, you know, just an okay limited card. Nothing super exciting. Already in the format as well. Fling. Fling's a cool card. Been around forever, obviously. This is a fine limited card. Not the most exciting card of all time, but reasonable. Kind of a cool way to finish your opponent off. It's not great. However, there is an uncommon Threaten. And this is also an uncommon. So getting a Threaten and a Fling is not crazy in your draft deck. So that could be a thing you do as well. I do love Fling too. It's a cool card, but yep. Indomitable Creativity. Already on Arena, obviously. Not really a draft card, so not much to say here. Skewer the Critics. Common removal spell. 3 mana burn. 3 damage. Spectacle. Good draft card. Totally fine. Already on Arena. You'll see it a lot. It's reasonable. Skullcrack. 3 mana to a player. 3 damage to a player. Can't gain life. Can't prevent damage. This is a rare for 2. Already on... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. This card's not on Arena, actually. This is kind of a big deal, actually, for Timeless and Historic. This is a very good sideboard card for burn decks, and it does the thing you want it to do, so there you go. Probably won't ever make your deck unlimited, honestly. But as far as Historic and Timeless goes, it's actually a pretty big addition. So, pretty cool. Also relevant for Explorers. This is a card that's in Explorer and now legal in Explorer, which is great, too. Clear Shot. Another limited removal spell. It's just a bite spell. It's good. Put it in your deck if you need to have a removal spell in green. Force of Vigor. This is our 3rd card that is pre-banned in Historic but legal in Timeless. Force of Vigor is obviously a monumental deal in Modern. Not as big of a deal in Timeless or Arena formats because there are no artifact lands. There are artifact lands. There is no Urza Saga. There aren't a lot of busted artifacts as well. I guess there are some cool artifact decks in Historic, but they don't really translate to Timeless because none of the broken artifact cards are there. So, obviously a cool thing to have for Timeless and all, but yeah, good against Blood Moon also. So, relevant Timeless card, not playable, unlimited. Get the idea. Pest Infestation, really awesome cube card. That's now legal in Historic, Timeless, and Historic Brawl. This card's good. Green X, destroy X target artifacts or enchantments and make twice that many pests. Card's cool. Playable and limited. If you can just kill one thing and make 2 tokens, it's reasonable. If you get to kill more, it's awesome. So I think you could work this card limited for sure. But a pretty cool card for Historic and stuff. And however, there are better ways to kill artifacts in a sideboard. So maybe not, honestly. But it's a cool card. It's a fun cube card too. But Primal Command, I believe, is already on Arena. This is a great card for limited though. 5 mana for a sorcery. Choose 2. Gain 7. Put a non-creature permanent on top of the library. Shuffle a graveyard. Search for a creature. You know, gain 7 tutor for a bomb is cool. So, okay, limited card. Not great. Don't expect the world, but it's pretty cool. Problem Might, good removal spell. Already on Arena, but good draft card. Obviously, just a fight spell. Pumps things. Good draft card. Tornado. 3 mana for an instant destroy a flyer cycling. It's a good card. Good draft card. Obviously, will make your deck most of the time, I think. Because killing flyers is great and cycling is great too. Abrupt Decay. This is a big one for Arena. This card is not currently on Arena. It's a card that sees play in Pioneer, sees play in Historic and Timeless. This is a good removal spell. This is a classic. Has fallen out of the lexicon, obviously, in the last few years. Used to be a staple in Legacy, Modern, and everything. Doesn't see too much play anymore, but it's definitely a good card, and we'll see play in Timeless and Historic. And then obviously it's a great card in Limited if you're playing those colors because it's just a good removal spell. So, Anguish of Making, another removal spell that's already on Arena. In Limited, this card's fine. Life Loss is a thing, but, you know, fine Limited card for sure. Kind of weird to be a Mythic, but whatever. Back for More is an awesome one. So if you're looking for a fun Limited card on the bonus sheet, this is it. 6 mana, instant, Reanimate, and then that thing fights something. There's obviously a graveyard theme in Golgari in this set, and this card leans into that really, really well. And bring back a big thing and kill their thing is awesome. It's an instant. This is the kind of big blowout Limited card you want. That's kind of hard. Kind of hard to break up, where it's just like, you attack me with some 3/3s? All right. I'll reanimate this thing, kill this thing, and block this thing. Awesome. So, really sweet Limited card for sure. A lot of fun. Fun build around. Love it. Bedevil. Kill an artifact creature or planeswalker. Good removal spell. If you can cast it in Limited, it's great. Already on Arena. Buried in the Garden. This card was literally in the last set.
Waka waka. Mystery sound.
Yeah. Card's great, obviously. And the fact it's an uncommon is a big deal. We literally distracted this card, so you should know how good it is. It's very, very good. Very good in multicolor green decks as a removal spell, but can also ramp and fix your mana. It's a good card. It's great, you know, but it's just weird to see it again. But great Limited card, obviously. Ah, shit. Crime Punishment. Good card. 5 mana for Crime is put a creature or enchantment card from an opponent's graveyard under your control. And then Punishment is green, black, X. Destroy each artifact, creature, enchantment mana value X. Punishment is a pretty good sideboard card in Eternal formats. So this is a new card to Historic and Timeless and so on and so forth. So that is a pretty powerful effect. And then Crime is less exciting, but still reasonable. It's a great Limited card, obviously, because both sides are pretty good. But yeah, powerful card. Kind of a cool one to see. We get Cruel Ultimatum. If you cast this card in Limited, I want a screenshot, because I want to cast this card in Limited. Classic big spell. Blue, black, red. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, discards 3 cards, loses 3 life. You return a creature card from your graveyard. Draw 3 cards and gain 5 life. Obviously, a classic from Nassif's Called Shot that won a Pro Tour. And just a all-around really fun card. Super hard to cast. But if you can cast it Limited, awesome. Do it. And then this card's now legal and Timeless and stuff, which is cool, I guess. But, like, you know, probably more of a Historic Brawl kind of card, but I love it. Card's great. Big fan. Decimate. Very, very important you know how this card actually works. It now has reminder text. This is a card that was classic back in the day for being cast incorrectly. Gruel for 4 mana sorcery. Short target artifact, creature, enchantment, and land. You cannot cast this card unless you have 4 targets for it. So if there's no enchantment in play, you can't cast it. No dice. So that makes this card a pretty bad Limited card. For Constructed, if you need like a sideboard card that does this, I guess it's pretty cool because you can nab all kinds of things. Obviously, a great Commander card for all you Commander players or whatever. But yeah, this is one of like the OG Commander cards. Back before they made Commander cards that you just like told you what to do basically. And you had to find cool Commander cards. This was the cool Commander card. Because it was such a weird card that didn't really work in 1v1, but was great in multiplayer games. So, Decimate, interesting card. And maybe we'll see Commander on Arena, I don't know. But Decisive Denial, another awesome, uncommon blue-green card. Blue-green instant, fight or mana leak. Negate mana leak. And another good Limited card for sure. 2 mana fight is great. Instant speed's great. Counterspell is great. So, I like this card a lot in Limited if you're playing a blue-green deck. And that's already on Arena, obviously. Attention Sphere is not on Arena. It's another new one to the format. And this is a card that's legal in Pioneer, but it's not legal on Arena yet, so it's kind of cool. So now it's an Explorer. And not a particularly powerful card. It's just like a an O-ring that can exile tokens and things. But cool to see. Might see some fringe play in Pioneer or Historic. But a very good removal spell in Limited, obviously. Just excellent removal spell. Endless Detour. It's a pretty recent card. Just Bant removal spell. It's not very good, but you'll play it if you're Bant. Oh my god. Holy moly. You want our removal spell, folks. This is it. Fractured Identity is now in the platform. And this is a big time cube card. Doesn't see much play in like actual 60 card formats. But in Limited, holy moly. 5 mana Azorius Sorcery. exile a target non-land permanent, and then you get a copy of it. So, ridiculous limited removal spell. Absolutely busted. Better in Cube, where like you can steal like planeswalkers and crap, but still, really powerful limited card. Outside Shot in Historic, really fun one. Hindering Light, 2-mana counterspell, is not particularly great. Fringe sideboard card, limited. Humiliate, 2-mana Thoughtseize, and this is a this was in some recent set. You know, fine limited card if you're black-white for sure. Hypothesizzle, 5-mana for an instant, draw 2. You may discard a non-land when you do 4 damage to a creature. An okay limited card, plays a little worse than it looks honestly, because you don't want to discard your spells. Ionize, counterspell, deal 2 to a player. Just okay limited card, or on the platform. What? What in tarnation? Oko, Thief of Crowns. Well, as you all are aware, Oko is one of the best planeswalkers ever printed. And now you can play it in limited. That's the thing you want to do, right? Yeah, well, there it is. If you open it, take it. There's no awards for the section, but if you're looking for a best in show for limited, it's Oko. Have fun beating that one. And, yeah, obviously earned illegal and stuff on Arena, so it's, you know, no new changes there, but pretty stupid limited card. Makes for a good bad beat story, though, right? Outlaws Merriment, another somewhat recent card. That's pretty fun. White, red 1 for an enchantment. Every upkeep, you get a random token, which is pretty fun. And this is a cool limited card if you can cast it. It's actually quite good. Beyond that, though, it's early on the platform, though, so whatever. Ride Down. This card was literally on one of the recent bonus sheets, right? This was in Strixhaven as a Mystical Archive. If you're a red-white aggro deck in limited, it's excellent. Otherwise, whatever. Savage Smash also was a recent card. This is a Ravnica card or something like that. Or it's old Ravnica. Whatever. 3-mana for a sorcery. Plus 2/2 in fight. Obviously a great limited card. Gonna play really, really well in the red-green decks. Just excellent, excellent limited removal spell for red-green. Siphon Insight. It's a mana steal card. Good limited card if you're blue-black. Just like steal 2 things, which is great. Or illegal and things on Arena, so nothing to do there. Terminal Agony is a fun one. This is a Modern Horizons card. This is a 4-mana Terminate. If you Madness it, you can play it for 2 at instant speed. There's obviously not much to discard to in this set, so like I don't really know what the hell this is doing here. But it's just a removal spell for limited. It's fine. You can just, you know, do the thing, so that's reasonable. Tyrant Scorn, another removal spell. It's fine, limited. You know, kills small things, bounces things. Good draft removal spell. Vanishing Verse, another good removal spell. Kills things in limited. This won't kill out of Legends in a set, but it's still pretty good. You know, cool art too. Villainous Wealth. Now this is a fun one. Sultai X. Target opponent exiles top X cards of their library. You may cast any number of spells, mana value X less from among them, without paying their mana cost. This is the doppelganger of the set, right? So this is the card, you open it. If you cast it for X equals 5 or more, you probably can't lose. It's insanely good. But it's just heinously expensive otherwise and very, very slow. But powerful card. A card you can draft towards if you're aware of it. Similar to Doppelgang. And a very fun card too, obviously. This card is, I think, not actually on Arena yet. Not that that matters for much, but it's cool. Void Rend. Rule spell. Legal and standard currently. If you're playing Esper in limited, you can cast it. It's very good. Void Slime. Counterspell. Not really a relevant card. It's cool. Blue-green. Counterspell ability or ability. It's counterspell plus stifle 1. But, like, I don't think that Historic really wants that effect. So, whatever. Just a narrow cancel. Narrow limited card. Contagion Engine. Oh, my God. This card's in the set? What is going on? This is a ridiculous limited card. 6 mana for an artifact, ETB. Put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your player controls. And then tap 4, proliferate twice. This is just like a plague win, basically. It's just like cast this, if you untap, you win. So, bonkers limited card. First pick almost always. Think it's new to the format, but I don't think it matters for like Historic and stuff. But yeah, ridiculous limited card. Grindstone, 1-mana artifact. No Painter Servants here, I don't think. This is a weird mill card that's not very good at anything, but it's sure, I guess. Mindslaver, another card that hasn't aged very well. 10 mana, take your turn. Might matter in Historic or Timeless if there's some sort of like cool big mana deck, but for the most part, this is whatever. I don't know, in Limited, like, this is just so much freaking mana, and like, it is a powerful effect, but I would think it's not worth the time most of the time, but it's a cool card. Austin's Hearse is already in Standard and already in other formats. It's a good limited card, actually. It's a crime machine. They can also just get bigger, too. So it's actually a really good limited card. Might look stupid, but, like, it's crimes every turn. And then it's just 6/6, which is great, too. So, and then we got freaking Dust Bowl. All you boomers out there. So this is a land they can stack and kill lands. This card might actually matter in Timeless, but I believe this card is pre-banned in Historic, unfortunately. So no fun there. Probably just a relic of a bygone era, though. And then in Limited, I mean, it is a land that can make a crime, which is kind of cool. And could mana screw your opponent. They're playing all these dual lands that are common, but pretty edge case, you know? And now I get to our special guest cards. So these are also bonus sheet cards that are in some sort of different distribution. But for all intents and purposes, these cards are just on this mystical whatever archive thing, too. They're just like legal and limited, legal in the form it's already legal in. Stoneforge is huge because like we get Stoneforge Mystic on Arena now, which is awesome. And playable in Historic and Timeless, whatever, really, really fun. That being said, in Limited, there aren't that many equipments you want to put in your deck, and this is only a 1/2, so it's mostly just a blank, you know? I guess there's like the GTA, which is kind of cool. I mean, you can draft that one too, but whatever. Brazen Borrower is a card that is good. It bounces things, and it's a flyer. You know what this card does. It's going to be a good draft card, or illegal and things. And Desertion is a card that's new to Arena. This is a 5-mana counterspell. If you counter an artifact or creature card, you get to steal it. This is going to be a big Historic Brawl card, for sure. Big Historic Brawl card. But otherwise, not really a big deal. In Limited, however, this card's great. Not even close to a card like Fractured Identity, but still really, really powerful. If you counter a 5-drop and get to steal it, it ends the game. But 5 mana is a lot. That being said, the blue-white archetype is about passing the turn, so I don't know. Good card for sure. Another bad beat kind of card where it's just so rare you can never play around it, but like if they hit you with it, you're just dead. So we get Morbid Opportunist. This is an uncommon on the sheet. Busted limited card. Really, really good. Art illegal and stuff. I'm sorry if you open this. It's not worth much. Cool art, I guess, but Port Razor. I don't know what this card is. 5 mana for a 4/4. Orc Pirate. Whoever does combat damage to a player, untap each creature you control. Extra combat step. Can't attack a player it has already attacked this turn. So we get multiplayer on Arena, or what the hell is going on here? So just a dumb commander card that like doesn't make any sense in anything. It's obviously like I guess you could play it in Limited, but it's not very good, so whatever, I guess. Scapeshift, another big card for Arena for Timeless and Historic. Obviously a pretty powerful option if you're playing Field of the Dead in Timeless or whatever else, or Gates maybe in Historic. Powerful card, irrelevant and Limited. It's cool. Mystic Snake. This is the original Mystic Snake. We call things Mystic Snake now. This is it. This is the OG. This is Mystic Snake. 2/2 for 4. Counters a spell when it comes into play. Good draft card. Not relevant in any green format in Constructed, really. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Scapeshift's already on Arena. It was in some core set. You're right. Sorry. It's not a new card. Notion Thief. Just another commander card. That doesn't matter in anything. It's fine in Limited, I guess. Because, like, maybe you steal a card or two, but whatever. Actual Factual Desert, which is fun. Really good land. Great limited card, obviously. Just a colorless land that can ping things. Could see play in Constructed. I played this card in Constructed before. Can kill a Ragavan or whatever, or something like that. So kind of a cool card. Sweet. It's a fun one. And then the big one here, our last card, is Prismatic Vista. And this is a fetch land that sees play in all formats where it's legal. It only gets basics, but still really, really good. This is going to be a big deal in Timeless. And I think this card is legal in Historic as the only fetch land in the format, which I actually like a lot. I would hate for fetch lands to be in Historic, but a single fetch land that can't fetch duels is really sweet for stuff. So I like it. I'm in. Obviously, a weird card for limited because like it's a fancy mythic card that's like a common mana fixer basically. But yeah, this card's just sweet. I'm a big fan of this card. I like it a lot. And that's it. That's the whole set review. I need to go lie down. I've been sick for a while. I am feeling better today, but that was a lot. And I really appreciate y'all bearing with me, obviously, and supporting me as I had to cancel a few times or whatever. But holy shit, we're done. We did it. I'm here. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, folks, don't forget. Boom, 10 new brews in 2 days. I had tomorrow to recover, and then it's back to it. Bronze Mythic next week should be a lot of fun. And then, folks, Command Fest Dallas, it starts everything, right? I'll be there with this ridiculous lineup of content creators, and then I fly right from from Dallas to Seattle for the Pro Tour. Gonna be a crazy, crazy 10 days. Gonna be awesome. You can be there and see me off. And you gotta understand, folks, that when I'm at a Pro Tour, I can't do shit. You know, folks are like, oh, I didn't get to see you at Command Fest. I mean, at MagicCon Chicago. When I'm at Command Fest, I am yours. I'm kidding. Not like that. But I am there to see you guys. I am there to hang out. I'm there to play Commander games, to do drafts, to do signings, to do meet and greets. That's what I am there for. So if you want to hang out with me, if you want to see me, Command Fest Dallas is the best way to do it. And the lineup's insane also. It's really cool. So I'll see you there, Napkin Eye. All right. So YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. And I appreciate you all. Look for 10 new brews and let's do this.